Beyond the Horizon. A story of love and adventure. Chapter 1. Once upon a time, in a small village in the rolling hills of the English countryside, there lived a young man named Jack. Jack was a curious and adventurous soul, always eager to explore the world beyond his village. One day, as he was wandering through the forest, he stumbled upon a mysterious map. The map showed a path leading to a hidden treasure, said to be buried deep in the heart of the forest. Without hesitation, Jack set out on his quest, determined to find the treasure and uncover the secrets it held. As he journeyed deeper into the forest, he encountered many obstacles and challenges. He battled fierce beasts and braved treacherous storms, but he never gave up. He knew that the treasure was out there, waiting for him to discover it. As the days passed, Jack grew stronger and more experienced. He learned how to navigate the forest and how to survive in the wild. And finally, after weeks of traveling, he reached the spot marked on the map. There, buried deep in the earth, he found the treasure. It was a chest filled with gold and jewels, but more importantly, it held a secret that would change Jack's life forever. But his adventure was not over yet, as he realized that the treasure was guarded by a powerful curse, and he needed to find a way to break it before he could claim his prize. Jack knew that this was going to be his most dangerous challenge yet, but with courage and determination, he set out to face it. And as he disappeared into the forest, his heart full of adventure and his mind full of curiosity, the villagers knew that they would never see him again. This is the story of Jack, the adventurer, and his quest for treasure and the truth. His journey may have come to an end, but his legend lives on forever, in the hearts of the villagers, and in the mysteries of the forest. Chapter 2. With the chest in hand, Jack set out to break the curse. He traveled to distant lands, seeking the help of wise sages and ancient scholars. He battled fierce monsters and outwitted cunning thieves. He faced many dangers and overcame many obstacles, but he never gave up. Finally, after months of searching, he found the key to breaking the curse. It was a mysterious incantation, known only to a small group of powerful sorcerers. Jack knew that this was his last chance, so he gathered all of his courage and set out to find the sorcerers. He traveled to the far reaches of the earth, until he finally reached the secret stronghold of the sorcerers. There, he faced the greatest challenge of his life, as he battled the sorcerers in a fierce duel of magic and might. But Jack was victorious, and he emerged from the stronghold victorious. He recited the incantation and broke the curse, and at last, he was able to open the chest and claim his treasure. With the treasure in hand, Jack returned to his village, where he was greeted as a hero. He shared his wealth with the villagers and used his newfound knowledge to help them prosper. He built schools and hospitals, and he helped to improve the lives of the people. Jack's legend continued to grow, and his name became synonymous with adventure and courage. And even though he had achieved his greatest goal, he knew that there were still many more adventures out there waiting for him. So he set out once again, into the unknown, ready for whatever the world had in store for him. As he disappeared into the horizon, people started to wonder what kind of adventure he would embark next, and where his journey would lead him. Some say he went to find the lost city of gold, others say he went to explore the depths of the sea, and some even say he went to the moon. But one thing is for sure, his legend would live on forever and his story would be retold for generations to come. Chapter 3. As Jack traveled on his new adventure, he met a young woman named Sarah. She was a fierce and independent woman, who shared Jack's passion for adventure and exploration. They quickly became friends and soon their friendship turned into love. Together, they journeyed to the ends of the earth, facing challenges and overcoming obstacles as they searched for new and exciting adventures. They climbed towering mountains, explored dark and treacherous caves, and braved the fury of the sea. As they traveled, they grew closer and closer, until they knew that they were meant to be together forever. They decided to get married and settle down in a small village at the edge of the forest. They built a home together, and they started a family. They had children, and they raised them to be just as adventurous and curious as they were. They taught them how to explore the world and how to live life to the fullest. As the years passed, Jack and Sarah grew old together, but their love never faded. They continued to travel and explore, and they passed on their knowledge and wisdom to their children and grandchildren. Their legend lived on, and their story was passed down from generation to generation. They were remembered as the couple who had the greatest adventure of all, and their love was an inspiration to all who knew them. As they sat in their rocking chairs on the porch of their home, watching their children and grandchildren set out on their own adventures, they knew that they had lived a life full of love and adventure, and they were content. But they also knew that there was always more to explore and discover, and they knew that they would continue to seek out new adventures until the end of their days. Chapter 4. As Jack and Sarah settled into their new life together, they found that their love for adventure never truly disappeared. They would often take trips to explore the surrounding area, going on hikes, camping trips, and even cave explorations. They had many exciting experiences and encountered many different creatures and landscapes. One of their most memorable trips was when they decided to explore an old abandoned mine that was said to have a hidden treasure within. They spent weeks preparing for the journey, gathering supplies and equipment, and studying the mine's layout. They faced many challenges on their journey, from underground rivers to treacherous cave-ins, but they never gave up. Finally, they reached the end of the mine and found the treasure, a chest filled with gold and precious gems. But the real treasure they found was the bond they had strengthened during their adventure. They returned home with not just wealth, but also with a deeper understanding of each other and a deeper appreciation for their relationship. Sarah and Jack also took their children on many adventures and trips, instilling in them the same love for exploring and discovering the unknown. They would take them on camping trips, fishing trips, and even went on a safari in the African savanna. They wanted to ensure that their children would have the same adventurous spirit that they had. As they grew older, Jack and Sarah never lost their love for adventure. They continued to seek out new and exciting experiences. They were often seen traveling in their RV, visiting new places, and making memories together. They were always planning their next adventure and were excited to see what the world had in store for them. Their love story was not just limited to their adventure together, but the way they passed it on to the next generations and the impact it had on their lives. Jack and Sarah's love story was one that would be remembered for generations to come, as a tale of true love, adventure, and passion. Chapter 5. As Jack and Sarah grew older, they continued to travel and explore, taking their children, grandchildren, and even great-grandchildren on adventures with them. They were always eager to share their love of adventure and exploration with the next generation. But, as they reached their golden years, they knew that their time was limited and they wanted to make sure they made the most of it. They decided to take one last grand adventure, to a place they had always dreamed of visiting, the Amazon rainforest. They spent months planning and preparing for the trip, gathering supplies and arranging for guides to help them navigate the treacherous jungle. They set out on their journey, eager to explore the wild and untamed wilderness of the Amazon. As they traveled deeper into the jungle, they encountered many dangers, from deadly snakes to ferocious jaguars, but they never wavered in their determination to reach their goal. Finally, after many weeks of travel, they reached their destination, an ancient temple hidden deep in the jungle. It was said to be the home of a powerful and ancient treasure, guarded by fierce jungle spirits. Jack and Sarah knew that the journey would be dangerous, but they were determined to reach their goal. They set out on their final adventure, determined to find the treasure and make it back home safely. As they entered the temple, they were met with a fierce battle, but they fought bravely, and with the help of their guides and family, they finally reached the treasure. They were overjoyed and felt a sense of accomplishment and pride. After they found the treasure, they returned home. Their adventure had come to an end, but the memories of their journey would last a lifetime. They had lived their lives to the fullest, and their love story will be remembered as one of adventure, passion, and true love. They passed away peacefully in their sleep, holding hands and smiling, content in the knowledge that they had lived a life full of love and adventure.